Okay, Zoe, let's take them behind the scenes. What is the vibe of the retreat from the moment moms arrive on Friday?
So the moment you arrive, we're really excited. It's going to be a very hyped. Everyone's excited. You're getting in. It's a new space. You're getting to like it's so exciting because it's all the first of everything. The first impressions of the resort, meeting new people, meeting Lisa, just checking in. And then eventually you'll get to the dinner buffet, your opening sessions. We're going to have Family Feud. It's going to be a lot of fun things, the music, just a lot of fun bonding time. So that's the whole vibe of the night, getting settled in your room, and then just having fun and then getting started for the next day.
I love that. So, Zoe has been really instrumental in getting like some really cool things, special effects to happen while we're there, like including music and that kind of thing. So that's going to be really exciting. And then we also, Zoe and I have been really working on cooking up some fun little surprises for you when you come in. And there might be a little gift basket or two that you can win, some other things. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be really exciting.
Yes, yes.
So, what is at the heart of the weekend? What's the heart behind the weekend? And then why did we design it this way?
So the heart behind the weekend is basically we want it to fit moms and their needs and what they need. So if it's rest, it could be restful for you. If it's something where you need a getaway, you need to have people to lean on, talk to, you can make connections there, and have things to take home with you. A lot of insight from Lisa, parenting coach, there to answer your questions. Just something to have fun, get to explore a new state if you're from out of state, going around looking at all the different activities that we have or that they have at the resort for you. If you need that sort of activity, something going, it's there for you. So it really is for every woman and their needs at the time.
Yeah, well, I know, Zoe, you have young kids at home,
Mhm.
and I think, the idea of for a whole weekend, you don't hear, mommy, which, we is such a coveted title, right?
Yeah.
But some days it can feel like a swear word.
Yeah, yeah.
Mom, mommy, mommy, mom,
Yes.
watch me do this, watch me do, right? And so, like, here's a weekend where, you can take a little break from that, or, you get to pee alone, or, things don't get thrown in your bathtub while you're taking a bath. This is just a weekend to just kind of relax and kind of, get to know other moms who are, in it. Because
Yes.
sometimes I think even if you go to work, whether you're a working mom or stay at home mom or whatever that looks like, sometimes we just feel like we're in the trenches by ourselves. That, our kids are driving us crazy, and
Yes.
there's nobody, everybody else, like you look on social media and everybody has like the perfect family. Oh, look, we went here, we did this, right? And really, this is just a chance to take some of those walls down and just look and see, we're all in this together, right? To
Yes.
quote a famous Disney show.
Right.
but
Yes.
but really, that is true. And we can talk about, things like, oh my gosh, I am sure that my child is going to go to college potty trained because not potty trained in diapers because dang, like we have been on the potty train thing for 3 months, or my teenage daughter slams the door one more time, I'm going to go through the roof, right?
Yes.
You are not alone as a mom, and this is a time just to come together and kind of regroup and take a breath, and get to know other moms who are in it just with you.
Yes, for sure. Yes.
So let's walk through the retreat day by day, because I know that a lot of moms out there are like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I get it that I get to take a bath by myself, I get it we're gonna meet other women, great, that's gonna be super fun, but like, look, I cannot leave my kids home with my dad or with grandma for that long without me stressing out. It better be worth my while. So,
Mhm.
what are we going to do? Can you break it down for us?
Yeah, so like I said, Friday is like the exciting,
Yeah.
fun
Yeah. Why don't you
day.
talk about Friday?
Yeah, Friday you get in, checked in, settled in. We arrive around the same times. And then you get to your dinner, you have a dinner buffet. And then after that is going to be the opening session, mingling, talking. Lisa will talk to us for a bit, and then we go ahead and just play the game Family Feud. And then after that, relax in your room, do what you want. There's a lot of in between free times that you could kind of find for yourself, so that's also really fun. Yeah, and then whenever we head into Saturday, it's early morning yoga, something to just get your body going. You'll have your farmhouse breakfast, which I'm so excited about, like an American breakfast. And then after that, we'll have a guest speaker. After that, we're doing, Buddy for Buddies. And that's where we're going to make the little bears. And then after that, it will be lunch, and then in the evening, afternoon, free time. So it's a lot of movement, just an activity for everyone to relax, and then, breakfast, something that you can take away to learn, an active philanthropic activity. That's a tongue twister. And then your lunch, and then you get to pick whatever you want to do for the, that rest of the time, that evening. But yeah,
there's lots of options to kind of,
there is.
roam around and do what you want to do.
Yes.
So we do encourage you to come and spend time for the morning section, right? You don't have to necessarily do yoga, because I get it. I remember, my kids are older, but I remember like the idea of being able to sleep in past 5:30 was just like heavenly.
Yes.
Like, and the idea of like, well, I don't really want to get up and do yoga, but so you can come, skip the yoga, come have breakfast, start on that, and move, through the rest of the morning. You don't have to get up and do yoga, but we do encourage you to come for the morning activities after that. And then in the afternoon, if you want to go take a nap, if you want to go rock climb, if you want to go horseback ride, or whatever you want to do, there'll be opportunities to do that, because we think that's important.
Yes, for sure. And then would you like me to talk about some of the activities?
Yeah, well, let's get on that. So let's start with Family Feud.
Oh, yeah.
What in the world? Are you going to make me get up as a mom and like be all crazy? Do I have to participate in Family Feud?
I think, well, you could do what you want, but I think you're going to want to participate in Family Feud. It is fun. You're going to be, the energy is going, you're going to get that, that activity with one another and that friendly competition. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I think that it's a great opportunity to get to know the other moms, right?
Yes.
So one of the reasons that we're going is to connect with moms on a different level and really get to make some new friendships and, establish some of those things. So whether you come and you just watch and laugh and have a good time, or if you get up on stage and you are actually part of the Family Feud, like either way, we absolutely recommend that you come and participate in that.
For sure.
Because the more you put into the retreat, the more you're going to get out of the retreat.
Yes.
I mean, are we going to come and knock on your door and make you come to breakfast? No, we're not. But, can you sleep all morning, all Saturday and not do anything? Yeah. But really, if you come and do all the things that are available for you, I think you'll get a lot more out of it.
For sure. For sure.
So Saturday is full of a lot of goodness, right?
Yes.
So from yoga, you talked about, delicious gourmet breakfast, you talked about. So what are your favorite things? Because I personally am a foodie. I have raised my oldest to be a foodie. So what are you most excited about food-wise, and why?
You know what? Probably Saturday night, that lakeside dinner. It just sounds so peaceful and, beautiful, being around a lot of people that you just made connections with, that you bonded with throughout the day, have a nice place to sit and have a meal. That's exciting to me. I'm a foodie too, so that sounds like a lot of fun. And then any the surprise activity that you have planned for us, that's going to have us laughing, enjoying each other. That's my favorite part.
Absolutely. And Lake Geneva Resort is known for their food. That is just one of the things, they have it's a beautiful resort. The beds are phenomenal, which is always important if you want to get good night's sleep.
Yes.
The rooms are beautiful, but they are also really known for their food. And it's gourmet, top notch, amazing. And one of the things that I will say, I worked really hard on the menu and wanted to make sure that we had a whole variety. So on the night that we have steak, There's also a vegetarian option. There's chicken if you don't want steak. So like, or and another night we have another kind of beef, and there's like salmon available. So like a lot of variety of things that I wanted to hit like every little thing that they're like known for, that because I want to try it all.
Yeah.
And so like you can come and try it all. They set it all up, and you just go and eat what you want to eat.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what your eating style is, there will be something that you can have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I worked really hard at making sure that that is, and I'll be trying those as well. I am not a vegetarian. I am a huge carnivore, but I will be trying all the goods because it looks so amazing.
Oh, me too, for sure.
So we are really honored to have Wings join us on Saturday. I'm going to interview Letitia in another week or so, and we'll talk about that and set that out. But really, Wings does some really great things with domestic violence and those who are affected by domestic violence. Why is it important to look, we're just here to relax and get to know moms, right? So why is it important to have that philanthropic piece in at a retreat?
I think it also just serves like a bigger purpose, like a whole bunch of moms. Like when we do things together, it can make a really big impact. Like the impact that women can have on society and helping other families out is huge. So when you get together and you're able to pair or partner with someone like something, or an organization like Wings, it could do so much for so many. So I think that's super important. You're kind of giving back in a way. So, it's something that we could do as moms to give back to other families.
Yeah, I love that. I always am of the philosophy of leave things better than you found them, right?
Yeah.
So I am honestly, if I stay in a hotel, I am the one that like takes all the sheets off the bed, make sure everything, right? And so I think that there's a component of that. Is, if we go to Lake Geneva, we go to Wisconsin to give something back to that community. But the other piece is, I'm pretty sure most moms know at least one woman or several women who have been in a domestic violence situation, whether it is verbal abuse, whether it's physical abuse, whatever that looks like. So many moms have talked their friends or talked people that they know through those situations. And so I think it's something that we can unite as moms together and do good for something as a cause that we all have been affected by in one way or another.
Yes.
So we are going to make stuffed animals for kids who are displaced because of a situation where they've had to leave their homes and are in one of the shelters, or they're in one of the programs at Wings. And so a lot of times when you leave in the middle of the night due to a horrible situation, you have to leave everything behind. So this gives each child something that they can hold on to. It gives each child something that they can connect with, a toy or something that they can hold in the middle of the night, because it's scary.
Yes.
It's scary to be in that situation, but if as a child that's all it's like, why are we in this building with other women and other kids, and it's a whole new uprising. So it just gives them something that's theirs to hold on to. And I think as moms, we can all relate to that. How many of our kids have a favorite stuffed animal that, dang it, you had better, if you go somewhere, you better make sure it's in the car, because otherwise your life is going to be miserable without it, right?
Yes.
And so, how much more so do these kids deserve something like that?
Exactly.
So I think that is important as well. And we also have an opportunity to give back to them financially, if that's something you want to do while you're there. And offer donations. They don't have to, obviously, but there's some many ways to give, which I think, like you say, is super important. Okay, so let's talk time. How important is it that moms can do whatever they want for a big chunk of the time? We talked a little bit about it, but can you name some of the things that they get to do and why that might be important?
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, it's to cater to whatever you're going through, whatever you want and your needs are at the moment. If you're looking for more of a relaxing kind of vibe, you obviously have your hotel room to take your nap in. There's the lake that you could sit by. There's, they have a pool there, gorgeous pool. The spa to kind of, just get that tension off yourself. If you're looking for something more active, we have that as well. It's the rock climbing that they have there, pickleball, And there's like a trolley tour that I know that you can take. So those are a couple of the fun things that we're looking forward to doing.
Absolutely. And the other thing that is, we don't normally think about, but the other thing is there's great shopping, right?
Yeah,
So you can take an Uber and it's not that far away and there's fantastic shopping. So if you want to go shop, do whatever you got to do, there you have that opportunity too.
yeah. And the bar crawl, right, Lisa?
Oh yeah, there is. There's also an opportunity to have a bar crawl.
That's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah, something that, used to be able to do freely before with kids.
absolutely. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. So the other thing is that, that this is a time for moms, right? So whether you drink Diet Pepsi or whether you like your red wine with dinner, there's those opportunities to have those. All the pop soda, wherever part of the country you live, for me, is
soda,
sweet tea,
soda.
whatever that is,
Yeah.
those things will all be provided for every single meal.
Yes.
But then there's also the opportunity. The other thing that they have is they have some really amazing signature drinks that are in the bar. There's red wine. There's like, you can have any of that kind of stuff and that will be added to your room. So,
Yeah.
you're not driving, so you do whatever you feel like you need to.
Yeah.
Or, whatever you want. Like there's that safety net. You can just go and be you.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. I love that.
So Sunday brings another chill morning,
Hmm.
and then we have a sip and paint.
Yes.
What's the experience like, and why is it so special?
Yeah, so I believe you call it like you're creating artwork, correct? And then
Yeah.
that'll be fun. So in the morning we'll be able to create artwork. And then after that we go into lunchtime, I believe, and that's where you have the street tacos, mac and cheese, and then the chicken and waffles. But yeah, we'll have our paint and sip in the morning, and then but even before that would be yoga and breakfast, and then going into the activity, which is the paint and sip.
Yeah, absolutely. And any of the art materials that we don't use goes to one of the lower income schools. So, we all know, especially, like February-ish, um, school supplies run out.
Yeah.
And so teachers oftentimes purchase out of their own pockets for whatever because we have so many amazing teachers in our country and they just give of their heart. I mean, they're in their classroom because they love kids. This gives the opportunity for all of our paint, anything that's left over, all goes to a lower income school so that they can have some art supplies and do some art things. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited about that too.
Yeah,
So it's another way that we give back. We get to have a good time and then they get to have a good time as on top. So that's
yes,
awesome.
for sure, for sure.
Okay, real talk,
Okay.
right? Let's face it. As moms, we are sure that we are the only ones that can take care of our kids for an entire weekend, right?
Right.
Like, okay, it's in September. That is like right when football seasons really gets going.
Hmm.
That's when a lot of things are happening. And, how do we know? Like, there are lots of moms who are going to feel a little anxious. Like, who's going to watch the kids? Are they going to be like in the back throwing, tossing flour everywhere? Dad's, laying on the couch watching football. Like, what would you say to those moms that are at home thinking that way?
I would say I'm in the same boat. It's kind of scary. I have three and like a little baby. She's 9 months. So it's like, wow, like this is your first time being away from, or not the first time maybe for you or whatever your case is, but like this is your time to see how it is just stepping away. But remember, you're getting something even greater in return. You're getting like a refresher. You're getting new tools to put under your belt, new advice. You're getting new connections. So in the long run, it's going to be better for your family that you get to bring that back to them. Yes, it's scary not seeing them all the time and you being there firsthand, but thank God for FaceTime. So
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So that means that if you're in the midst of, the retreat and you're really struggling, and you're worried about what's happening with the kids, find Zoe because she's going to be in the same boat.
we'll be on FaceTime together all the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes, and that's a great thing. You could step away. It's not like a rigid schedule. You could like be like, "Oh, I need to step away for a second." Like, great, go take care of your stuff, then come right back, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. This is really fun. I'm having a good time, but I just really missing my baby. Let me just take away some time and,
Yep. Yep.
FaceTime them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, um, so what helped you? Like, I know that you talked a little bit about like you have a hard time sometimes leaving your kiddos. So what helps you overcome that?
Truly, I think it's just knowing that my husband's got it. I think that's another thing that I have to stretch myself is trusting my partner, someone that always,
Yeah.
is there to help me and really building that bond between us and like our communication and like knowing what's going on and like, being flexible for each other. So I think that's truly what's helped me is having that great support system.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So we're not just filling their time or taking their soul,
Yeah.
right? Why do you think a weekend like this matters so much?
Just kind of like what I said earlier, like this is like for you. You deserve this and you actually need this more than you probably know. Um,
Yeah.
you are tired if you're tired all the time, if you feel like you haven't gotten a break, if you just need something where you're stuck on maybe like a parenting issue or anything like that, there's going to be connection that you can make people to talk to, where you're going to be able to rest and come back refreshed to your family.
Absolutely. And it has been my experience that when I have these retreats, that it's not just like you make friends just for that weekend. Like I still have, people still connect, a year later, or, they, talk on the phone or they FaceTime or they, do over because the connection there is real.
Yeah.
It's like, when you went to summer camp as kids, right? You make those connections and
Yes.
they stay and you
Yes.
think about them over the year. And sometimes, connect with them and year after year you see each other and you like do your thing or whatever. And it's kind of similar because we're in that same boat of motherhood
Yes. Oh, for
and it just
sure.
like bonds us so great. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. I was a
Bring your nail polish, girls, because we're going to be having those late night polishes.
yeah, it's gonna
Just like
be
summer camp.
yeah, it's gonna be like a big bougie summer camp.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. That's right.
exactly.
I love the bushy part because that's
Yeah, it's a
important.
beautiful place and you're gonna have fun, meet new friends. You'll meet people that probably have the same, very similar backgrounds as you, same struggles as you, and you'll get to like talk through that with someone new. So it's gonna be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have worked, so we're going to interview Kendall in, the next week or so. So see, to give all the deets, but we've made it really super simple. So like all you have to do, which I like, we just talked about, it's
Yeah,
hard. It's not like all you have to do,
yeah.
but like kiss your family goodbye, go to the airport, get on the plane. And then, like once you hit the airport, Kendall's taking care of everything, the flight, you go through him. He does all the travel arrangements. So he's going to make it so all the flights get in between one or two times. They get into the airport, same airport. There's going to be nice concierge van there to pick you up right at the airport and bring you into the resort. So
Yes.
you don't have to do anything.
Right.
Kiss your kids goodbye, and then everything else is planned for you. The
Yep.
only time that you really have to go anywhere is if you decide that you want to go shopping or something one of the afternoons, and you'll have to like get an Uber. But other than that, like to and from the airport, we got it. To and from home, we got it.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
you just have to like kiss your family goodbye and
See
do
you
what you got to
later.
do. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zoe, what part of the weekend are you most excited about personally?
I'm excited for all of it, Lisa. I can't pick one. It all like honestly, spa time sounds so good. The activities like a paint and sip family feud. I like having fun, the music, like I just like having a good time, meeting new people. Like it's gonna like all of it sounds so much fun.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Yep.
I definitely am gonna get like maybe a massage in the
Yeah.
spa. I'm
Yes.
really looking forward to like using the scooters and like just driving around the property because it's a pretty large property and just kind
Yeah.
of getting to know those. I'm more a scooter than dirt bike, but they do have dirt bikes and dirt bike trails.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know that I'll rock climb. Um, I will probably go pet the horses. I don't know if I'll ride the horses. I love to ride horses, but I love to ride like ride horses.
And
I had
you,
like a traumatic event when I was a kid, so like
oh,
I don't like the whole like like, I want to be in control.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm not gonna lie. That is like a big thing. Me and the horse, I will be in control, kind
Yes.
of.
I feel you. I wouldn't want to, yeah, that'd be scary. I wouldn't want to do that either. And then you have to register for all those activities, right, Lisa? Like everything has,
You
you
do.
have to
Yep.
register for
Yep.
it. Yep. So,
Yep.
yep.
So you'll get a list of everything you need to do. So like it starts
Yep.
with the link, and you pick your room, you do all that kind of thing, and then can you explain a little bit about that, Zoe?
Yeah, for sure. So, you'll get this to-do list, and it's going to make it super simple, everything that you need to know about how to make sure that you're ready to go for this retreat. So, you register, and then there is the registration link, and then what you're going to do is it's going to show you the payment, where to pay. So there's two options. There's a partial payment where you could do the payment options, or you could do one big chunk and just get it over with, pay it all off. After that, they give you the registration link to register for the activities that we have. The list of the activities are on there as well. And then we'll also have the information for Kendall, where you're going to talk to him mainly about what time your flight is. He's going to give you the options, the time to come in, and then where to find that transportation to get you to the resort after that.
Yeah. So the retreat is all inclusive,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
With the exception of any alcohol drinks that you want.
Yes.
You do have to pay for travel through
Yes.
Kindle. We're using Kindle.
Mm-hmm.
And what else is not paid for? I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and then
The activities.
Yes.
Well, the activities you pay ahead of time. But other than that, once you get there, it's all good.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So that's amazing. Okay, so we will leave the link in the comments so they can click on that, and then they can get access to everything else. That's how they can register, right?
Yep.
Or is there another way that you want them to register?
For sure, just get the link to the to-do list is like the best way. You have that list, and it's everything that you need to know on that list. And if you have any questions, feel free to email, or we have another link that you could talk to either me or Lisa about the retreat. If you have any questions or concerns, book a time with us on the You Can Book Me link, and we'll make some time to talk to you one-on-one.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the email that they can email you is what?
It is unshackledmomsalliance@gmail.com.
So unshackled@gmail.com.
Yes.
Excellent. You can do that, and you can get a hold of Zoe and any questions you have.
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So we kind of talked a little bit about this, but let's see if there's anything you need to add. What do you think? So we go through the weekend, we FaceTime our babies when we need to, we spa, we do whatever. But what do you think, like, once they leave, what is one thing that you think most moms are going to look back and go, what is one takeaway that they're going to have?
I really think it's going to be that you were able to make a difference for people, like with Wings or the paint and sip, giving back to teachers. I think that'll kind of give you that, feel good kind of, I was able to give something, and you were able to help other kids, because as moms, we know how it is. You want your kids taken care of. You'll feel good about helping other mothers or kids that can't really have what they need taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only are you going to make lifelong friends, but you're going to be able to give back and help, which I think as moms, we are just so nurturing that is just so important.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
Okay. So there's a mom at home. She's listening. Sounds like fun, but she's still kind of on the fence. What would you say to her?
I would say if you're not going to do it now, you probably will never do it. You need to just take the leap, do something. If you like it, that's amazing. You're going to find you could do something that you probably thought you couldn't do, and then it'll give you the courage to keep doing it again and again. And I think you'll end up missing out, and it's something that you won't be able to get back.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I know those people who are asking why. It's like, well, why not ask? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not go? Why not go and see?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's going to be a great time.
Yes.
All right. We hope that you will click the link below, and we can count you in. You have until June 25th. So if you're going to make payments, they're going to be short payments because time's running out.
Yep.
And so I hope you can join those who have already registered. We only have a certain amount of spots, so space is limited. Now is the time. Click the link, or you can email. What is that email, Zoe?
You can email me at the Unshackled Moms Alliance at gmail.com.
Yes, perfect. All right, thanks for joining us.
Awesome. Thank you.